What's up? What's up? We got everything working now. The audio is back. Ticket TV. Oh my God. So, when I was in the vehicle, something very interesting happened. And that very interesting thing that happened was the fact that I saw that Kevin Liles was being charged in a case that didn't usually sit well with me. And I said, whoa, Kevin Liles is hit for something. And they suing UMG and Def Jam music group. So I said, okay, well, I'm looking at this. So I'll look at it, see what's going on. And, you know, I was at the boxing gym. You saw me live earlier. So as I'm leaving the boxing gym and I'm looking at this, first thing I'm saying to myself is, some ain't smelling the smell test. It ain't passing the smell test. And when you don't pass the smell test, we know it's some BS. So it right away reeked. It reeked from the jump. When I looked at the case and said, oh, I get it. And then I see TMZ's version. TMZ's got the worst version there is. Because they seem to want to paint a narrative and bring Diddy into it. Diddy has nothing to do with this lawsuit whatsoever. And I will go to the actual lawsuit. This Jane Doe claiming that the former CEO of Def Jam, he worked at Warner. He was the executive vice president of Island Def Jam. And yeah, according to this suit, she filed it under the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Law, which is known as the GMVPL, right? And now they gave everybody to March of 2025 to get this filed, and they're not taking any more of these lawsuits from, you know, way back when, during the whole hip-hop era. They're not taking any more of these lawsuits after March 1st. You're not going to be able to use this claim anymore. Okay, the deadline is the 1st. So right before the deadline, before Saturday, here comes the rollout for this lawsuit. So right away, I say this is not passing the smell test from the jump. Because she's talking about stuff that's going back to 2000. It's been 25 years. $25 years. So in 25 years, it took you 25 years to get this lawsuit? I'm just saying, 25 years is a long time. Oh, we got some other stuff for Patreon. Now, y'all Patreons, y'all just saw me in the boxing gym. So y'all know where I've been. So I was there at the gym when this broke. So I'm driving back, and then I'm starting to hear this, and then Ticket TV did his thing today. And, you know, on this, I normally on these subjects, I like stay away from the ticket crowd because way out of bounds. This Drake and his Diddy thing, I just said, all right, when he go to sports, I'll listen to T. But this, looking at the thumbnail, almost crashed my car. He got a picture of Diddy and Kevin Liles. And I'm like, I just read this lawsuit, got nothing to do with Diddy. Nothing, but he wanted to bring that on in there together and put it as the thumbnail. I had to jump in the chat. I had to get in the live. At that point, I had to get in the live. I was so goddamn fired up. I was like, this is the shit I'm talking about. And I jumped right in that live stream. So, yeah, I blew up. I was nice and not happy with that. Because I'm like, really? This what we doing now? Man. So anyway, at the time of this alleged assault, you know, Kevin Liles was the president of Def Jam, right? He was the EVP. So that was from 1999 to 2004. And then they said, well, you know, he was the executive assistant to the general manager around 99, which was, you know, he was basically, and I've seen Kevin Liles a few times. Kevin Liles is basically the minion of you know who. Who was now over here at YouTube. Leor Cohen. We said his name. So he's Leor's boy. He's one of Leor's boys. But it's funny how they always love to go after black entertainers, black CEOs, black. So white people just ain't doing nothing. All the white CEOs ain't doing nothing. How you go after Russell Simmons, but don't go after Brett Ratner? How you go after Kevin Liles and don't go after Todd Moskowitz, who's right there with him? Meaning one of Leor Cohen's boys. Why aren't you going after them? And everybody know what about Todd, right? Whole industry knows. Yeah. Nobody talking about him. But here we go. Lawsuits filed by Jane Doe. Said she started working there. Said he made derogatory remarks, essaying her, harassing her. Soon began to, make comments based on her body appearance and gender from 2000 to 2002, pushing his body up against her boobies and grabbing her from behind. And in 2002, she said she was in the office with Kevin Liles, and then he made his big move, and she refused. Then he allegedly forced himself on top of her and R-worded her despite continual process, the suit claimed. And UMG and Def Jam said not only knew, should have known of Liles. And his commitment to the aforementioned crimes of violence. But they enabled how they engaged with employees. So in a statement, Lucas B. Franken, who is the lawyer at Barr, Cochran, and Buatis Amala PLLC, said, we commend our client for her determination to seek justice in the essay she endured, as well as her sheer bravery it took to come forward against a well-known celebrity figure. In our lengthy experience defending essay victims, we have witnessed a common thread, and that is that they are often not alone in their abuse. Based on a violent and egregious conduct, we expect that others were also abused, and we hope that they can also come forward to share their experience and pursue justice. Now, Kevin Liles and UMG, which owns they didn't respond to this nonsense. Now, yes, it's nonsense in my opinion. Did she get down with Kevin Liles? Probably. Did he force himself on her? I don't believe it at all, because you would have filed it a long time ago. You wouldn't be filing it 2 days before the deadline. But you didn't bring up ticket. Now, another thing that we need to get into. Oh, they submerging the video down? I knew it. Anytime I don't talk about a certain thing that they don't like, they come in here with the sabotage. I like it, baby. Keep it up. Keep it up. It just proves my point. Now, that's why I said hit the like button up. All the saboteurs out there on that Epstein Island, baby. Where they at? Where they at? They still talking about the Epstein list, and these guys are walking around getting standing ovation. But y'all want to go after blackface. Now, Ticket TV told me that the reason he put that up there on his page, the thumbnail of Diddy and Kevin Liles, even though Diddy's name is not mentioned nowhere in this lawsuit, the law firm is not the law firm that's suing Diddy. Nobody, nothing to do with Diddy. Only because TMZ was egregious enough to show a clip of him defending Diddy. And the whole thing, that's what made him put Diddy in there with it. All he said is, that's not the Diddy I know. Maybe that's not the Diddy he knows. You ever thought about that? What does that have to do putting him on there? Are they under UMG? UMG and Diddy is definitely being mentioned in the lawsuit. In some instance, they just got Def Jam and Kevin Liles. They took UMG out of the title. That's how much power UMG got. They're like, we being sued, but not in the title. Don't put us in the title. But Kevin was lying. How do you know he's lying? Maybe that's not the Diddy he knows. When did you see Kevin? Is Kevin Liles in the freak off? Anybody got Kevin Liles on there? Do y'all even know what Kevin Liles looked like in 2000? He ain't the vegan guy you see in the thumbnail. Kevin Liles was like 300 pounds back then. So you telling me this 300-pound guy, of course his belly gonna be rubbing up against your boobies. He's 300 pounds. Do you know what it would take for that guy to be able to pull that move off in a room? He had to pull his belly behind his back. Hold on. To try to find his thing to be able to do something like that. I ain't gonna pull this off in the office. be knowing what they talking about. Then I don't know what. He can go on a wild diatribe about hip-hop music, and it's the devil or whatever. They rap about murders and all that, and you go in on Drake, but you don't go in on everybody else. Hold everybody to the same standards. You don't do that. And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I'm like, what is his goal? Like, what is his thing? Is he going against hip-hop? What is your plan? What is your goal? What are you protecting? You're protecting the kids and all that? Because if you're protecting the kids, it's so wow. You just said Drake album was fire and a classic. What the hell is Drake talking about? Drake's talking about drugs, women, unaliving people. So what are you talking about? You just said that was a classic and fire just about 4 or 5 days ago. So now you against all hip hop now. I don't know where he was going. Start saying Diddy lyrics. I'm like, 50 Cent wrote that song. What is he talking about? It's all over the place. And his own chat had to tell him, like, nah, he's right. 50 Cent did write the song, dog. Diddy don't write lyrics. So why are you telling me about a Diddy lyric? Like, that means something. Oh my God, you blew my head today with all this. Then he goes to this Cassie thing, because now it's turning back to a Diddy thing when Kevin Liles' case has nothing to do with that. Here's what Kevin Liles' case is about, y'all. It's about the fact they want to send a message to anybody that's standing with Diddy. They want to try to embarrass them and humiliate them. So they want to come with frivolous lawsuits. He went ahead and took the stand and defended Trey Songz, his former artist that he helped develop and bring out. Trey Songz in 2023, he took the stand as a defendant in a $25 million lawsuit that was filed against Trey Songz, and he managed Trey Songz. So the Jane Doe who filed that suit claimed that Kevin Liles ignored all the growing accusations against him over the years. So that suit got settled out of court, right? So right when all this stuff was going down, Kevin Liles left his post as chairman and CEO of Warner Music 3000 Electric Company at the end of 2024. He had joined in 2022 after the company acquired 300, right? Now, he co-founded that with the former Warner Record music chief, his buddy, Leor Cohen, for $400 million. And then they had Thugger, Gunna, Meg Thee Stallion, and other people, right? They had Migos, they had everybody there at 300, right? Then they had what's his name? Lucian Grain's son involved in all this, right? And there was no conflict of interest with him being able to do. Most people had to sell their other company or whatever to go do that, but it wasn't for him. Like, again, as long as you white, it's all right. They let everything go under the radar. He said Little Turk and Puffy were locked up at the same time. It's just that he's way off balance when it comes to this. With this thing, he's way off balance. I don't know what's happening with him. I don't know what's going on with Diddy right now. Now, he wanted to talk about the Cassie situation. Not once has he ever mentioned that the guy from Making the Band was on the show and told a whole different story. Said, I got to keep it 100. I got to tell y'all what's really going on. Cassie is just as guilty. He saw firsthand of her putting hands on Diddy. Y'all saw that when Chopper was on there. Did you tell Ticket about that? Did he go say anything about Chopper saying that? He saw it. I don't remember him saying a word about Chopper, what he said he saw. And he can't say Chopper is taking up for Diddy because he ain't taking up for Diddy. He can't say Chopper taking up for Diddy because damn it, Chopper wasn't. In that whole interview, he was not taking up for Diddy. One bit. Now, I have not seen Ticket make any video about Cassie putting her hands on Diddy. Because that don't go along with the case, right? If she's violent too, that kind of hurts the case, don't it? Now, in our approach, we've always said from the very beginning, nobody should be hitting anybody. So let's get this quote unquote once again. Nobody should be putting hands on anybody. But Cassie ain't no victim. No. Victim of what? Huh? A victim of what? See, I wanted him to say that. I said, are they charging Diddy for assault in that tape? He misunderstood what that meant because I'm texting and he's live. So he's misunderstanding the translation. What I want him to do, and I'm trying to get him to arrive to a point, I said, is Diddy being charged? And he explained where Diddy was being charged at and claimed it was in the racketeering. That is correct. Diddy is being charged from the racketeering from that video. Now, you're watching the video, right? There's two people in the video, Diddy and her. He's charged in the racketeering because they're trying to draw the connection, like I've always said, because they said it in the court hearings for his bail hearing. That's why they're trying to get the evidence, that video thrown out, because that's their whole case. They have no evidence. This is why I'm trying to get him to arrive to a point. I wanted him to get to figure that out, but he's taking it the wrong way and thinking like, oh, I got you now. Yeah, they see it was in the racketeering, and they said that's why they got it in racketeering. I'm like, you're missing the point. You're trying to land your plane so much, you're missing what I'm actually saying. I am agreeing with you, it's there. I wanted to hear you say it's there so you can figure it out. Why is it there? And it's two people in there. How's it racketeering? They're trying to say people were in the room and they were having a freak off. There's no evidence of that. And that he drug her back to the room, which is kidnapping. That's what you said, Ticket. And that's right. That's what they're trying to say. It's kidnapping. But she never went back to the room. And you admit it. They watched an edited version of the tape. Why would they submit the edited version that's shown on television around the world in a court case and not give the judge the full tape? Now they say they got paperwork saying that there was a third party in the room. She never went back into the room. The tape shows Diddy's clothes are in the bag and she's leaving. They wanted to cut and edit the tape to make it look like Diddy grabbed her by the hair and drug her back to the freak off. But that didn't happen. As you see the tape, it stops right there. She doesn't go to the room. He's not trying to pull her back in the room. He was dragging her back. She got up and left, and he said, well, leave then. He throws a vase at her, remember? He's sitting there in the chair in a towel. She leaves. He ain't chase her no more. So my point again, where's the freak off? Then he said, well, he could have, if he'd have hit that kick, she'd have been dead. She could have died. He stepped on her. He pulled her down. He shouldn't have hit her. She never went back in the room. We have seen the tape. She never goes back into the room. And all of this right after they're trying to link other people to this co-conspirator list. Then you keep bringing up Drake, saying that, well, you got all this energy for Drake. Yes, ain't based on no song lyrics. It's based on his actions. As a matter of fact, he got cases coming up that we ain't even talked about yet. No, we just debunked what Ticket brought up, sir. We just debunked that. No, Ticket ain't a goofy goof. He's just on the wrong side of this. And I don't know his reasoning, maybe for likes and views, but he's on the wrong side of the glass on this one, bro. The wrong side of the glass. Now, why you didn't bring up Jay-Z? Jay-Z is more connected to Kevin Liles than Diddy is. So why wouldn't you bring up Jay-Z? Then it was funny, they tried to tell me how royalties work. With R. Kelly royalties. And I'm like, dude, do you know R. Kelly royalties are in the billions? Y'all just don't know that. R. Kelly royalties is in the billions. There's no receipt to this because there's no evidence that's been released besides the tape. Straight up and down. Everybody keeps, this is it, this is that. And the tape makes him look bad. Yeah, it does. He looks bad doing that. Mm-hmm. Let's show it. Diddy grabs his towel. right? And he grabs her by the jacket. That's the jacket, not her hair. Y'all said he drug her by the hair, right? He grabbed the jacket and was gonna take her back to the room. He's dragging her by the jacket, not by the hair. Right? So can we debunk that lie right here? You see that's the jacket, right? We all see that that's the jacket. Are we in agreement? I want to know. Y'all tell me in the chat. Do we have our hair or do we have a jacket? He got the bag in one hand and the jacket in another. See? He's grabbing the jacket. That's the jacket pull. He got the bag in one hand, her jacket in his hand. So we all know he's not grabbing her by the hair. The lie that's been told over and over again. So now we see that the man has grabbed the jacket, did not grab and drag her by the hair. Now, the feds are saying he drug her back to the room to the freak off. So this is kidnapping. How is it kidnapping? They try to cut it off here because why they want to cut it off here? Because this happened. She doesn't go in the room. See? She doesn't go to the room and she's yelling at him. She gets up. Look, he's coming back yelling. And then they cut back to the beginning again. Then they edited it again when he got his bag and he went back to the room. She didn't go back to the room. Again. They're only showing you the pieces they want to show you. See that? Only the pieces they want to show you. Nobody said it was okay that he put hands on her. Who in the world said it was okay he put hands on her? You just got him on tape doing it. Let that been Diddy and she did that to Diddy. Would y'all feel the same way about Cassie? Multiple people have told you Cassie and them both would hit each other. She was just as violent and just as freaky. They both was in therapy. Both of these people were in therapy for this, for drugs, violence on each other. Both of them went to therapy. And y'all forget, she was with Diddy 3 more years. Well, I think 4 more years after this. She was with him 3 days after this. They went to an event together. Now, Why did they kept showing an edited version? Now, almost nowhere do you see anybody talking about, you don't see anybody talking about what happened in that case. No, he was debating the wrong points. Now, if he want, they can pull up. I always take offense to people who like come up with fake information, like out the blue. They want to come out when the case is coming out. It's a secret informant guy. He says he got information on Diddy. They got all these nuts coming out. All of them. And I was like, I can't trust your information if you just coming forward right now. How could you? Mm-hmm. Anybody can say, I'm gonna bet you 10 racks Diddy don't go to jail. Diddy is going to jail. I mean, it's New York. We just saw Jonathan Majors go to jail. I'm not gonna bet that. But do I feel he's innocent? Hell yeah. Innocent of this. In Hollywood, he's done. Oh, absolutely. Now, let's show y'all what they don't want y'all to see. Now, it's hard to find this anymore. You know why it's hard to find this anymore? Anybody? Because they went and took it down because it don't fit their argument. See, he supposedly drug her back to the room, right? So that y'all can see that this is straight BS. You see, he grabbed her by the jacket, not her hair, like you said in court. He's dragging her by her jacket. She gets up. She didn't go back in the room. She goes on his telephone. Why didn't y'all show all this? Why didn't y'all show this part in court? She gets on the phone. So she didn't go back in the room. But they want you to believe she went back into the room. So how is it kidnapping? This is why they trying to slap all this stuff off. Meanwhile, Dana White could knock his wife around, go out and basically do an interview vindicating himself, and done nothing happened to him. And then he taught him, what do you want to see happen to me? Like, UFC fighters need Dana White to eat. Attempted kidnapping. Did she break away, run, because he pulled her by the jacket? She didn't break away, he let her go. So how is that an attempt if he let her go? So he's got his bag. He put his bag up, and now he's coming back. And he comes after her. She's on the phone. He's after her. And then she leaves. And he picks up the vase. He sits in the chair. He didn't chase her. She's gone. He take the vase and throw it at her. Why would they edit that out? Why would they edit that part out? You see this guy? I went so hard on academics. Do you know academics has 2 sexual assault cases? Do you know that that dude is on audio saying very weird things to a 15-year-old child? Who got banned off of Twitch because of it? Lifetime ban? And you in here taking up for him? That's a bad analogy. Tells me everything I need to know about you. So ask yourself, why they don't show you that? Why they don't show you that part? Nobody said it was okay. But you got to understand the case. Diddy's not being charged. If Diddy was being charged for that incident, let's say he was charged. What is the charge? A misdemeanor domestic assault. Now you're trying to turn it into a trafficking situation. A freak off. She did not want to go into the freak off, and you were trying to drag her into a freak off. That is not what that was about. They can dispute that 100%. They have the text messages, everything to back it up. And I'm gonna even tell you even more about what's going on. I've already told enough of what was happening. Okay? She was filming a movie called Honey Part 3. I'm gonna tell you what was going on. I'm gonna tell you what the fight was about, because I know. She was in South Africa filming a movie. All you gotta do is look at the dates. The dates to even confirm everything I'm talking about. Ticket audio went out. That's all I know. His audio went out, and I was done talking. I was like, all right, his audio went out. I'm gonna go live. So I just came home and went live. He's more than welcome to come up here. I will drop the link. You can come up here and you can tell and defend your side of the story. But this way, it ain't gonna be no swaying. Because now you get to hear me direct. I ain't gotta wait to type and wait for you to translate. And you gonna take it out of context. Now, there was an African woman who was supposed to play the lead in Honey 3, but Cassie got mad at Diddy and wanted her Diddy to make something happen for her. She's not happy. She wants the lead in that movie. Diddy got her to lead in the movie. She was never supposed to be the lead. She did a goddamn, what's her name? Blake Lively. She just did that. She made the song for the movie. Then Diddy and them, they end up taking over the entire movie. They took over the entire movie. Now, ask yourself this. Why has no one else talked about this but me? Why? Why has not one other person put this together? Why they don't have this information? Because it doesn't fit the storyline of we all hate Diddy. We all got to bash Diddy. Don't you want to know why they were arguing and why they had problems? Because what did Cassie do when she was in South Africa? Stole the lead from that girl. She was allegedly getting buck wild nasty and getting banged on by the black dancer, South African dancer. Yep, the South African dancer who was teaching her the step, the choreographer who was teaching her the moves, she decided she liked the way he moved. And she was getting it down in South Africa, baby. And the people on that set told Diddy. He had work to do in the States. She was in South Africa filming the movie. So she was by herself getting buck wild. So when she came back home, Diddy's there and the text messages prove it. They get into an argument over it. She's mad at Diddy, talking about Diddy hooking up with his chick. Diddy hooking up with hoes, thinking about all the hoes he gets, but she gone. But then he found out she been banging this dude. He pissed off. So they get in an argument over all this cheating. That's what started the fight. Not one of them told you any of this. Let me see. When was that incident? Let me see. Diddy Hotel with Cassie incident. They say 2016. They don't have a date. Let me go back. I want an exact date. Okay. Any one of y'all in the chat got the exact date? They said right here, 2016. They don't say when. I want the exact date. The exact date means everything. Nobody seemed to can give me a solid date. I had to go through the case. I want that date. Oh, there it is. They said the incident happened around March 2016. And right after that, they was at a perfect match in 2016 on March 7th at the premiere of the film. So she had the perfect match movie coming out. Another movie she gave. So they said this was March of 2016. So let's check that out. So March 5th of 2016, right? March 5th of 2016. This is 2 days later. They at the premiere 2 days later. Oh, it was Honey Part 3, buddy. Don't. Perfect Match was already done, sir. The movie's already out. They had the premiere. He was filming Honey 3. I know what I'm talking about, Paul. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. So they went to the premiere 2 days later. The fight had nothing to do with the perfect match. It's just that that's what they had to do at that moment in time. Now, oh yeah, they were in Cape Town, Africa, and it came out September 6th, 2016. Straight to video, Netflix, Blu-ray, DVD, because the movie was so bad because her acting was terrible. Honey 3, Dare to Dance. This is the movie she was filmed over there in Africa that caused all of the controversy, sir. This is the movie that they were filming that caused all the controversy. They put her in as the lead instead of the black woman who definitely was supposed to have that role, Sibo Miambo. She was supposed to be the star character in the movie. They put her as the third character, who's from Zimbabwe, South Africa. She was supposed to be the lead into the movie. And then they got Cassie to take the role. Diddy got Cassie to take the part. And she was X'd out and put in as the secondary role, the best friend. And they made Cassie, who couldn't dance, who couldn't do any of these damn dances, no African damn dances, and put her there. They want the wavy light-skinned girl, the Hispanic girl, to be a South African. No one tells you about that. Why? Why? No one's telling you about these things. Why did they feel a need to edit the video and not show you the part where she don't go in the room? Why? If they got an open shut case, why are you doing that? How many of you ever heard that fact that they brought that up about Honey 3? You never heard anything about that. Yep. But what do I know, right? Zeno don't know anything. Zeno just be sitting at home. And then years later, you got to find out how right I am. And once again, it went to colorism. That was the star of the movie. That woman right there was supposed to be the star of the movie. It was taken from her, and she had to get the reduced role to Cassie. She was supposed to be the South African student. And they changed it, and Diddy, because he was producing, came in and altered it for Cassie because she wanted. And how did she thank him? By allegedly sleeping with the damn choreographer, one of them damn African dancers who was teaching her how to dance. How many times did she cheat on Diddy? Kid Cudi, Drake. How many? Cassie was a hoe. She cheated on Ryan Leslie. That's what she do. She's pregnant right now again. Look, she's telling Cassie. Right, I'm gonna show you how it's done because you don't know how to dance after. Yeah, Cassie could act. Yeah, you stole a movie. Honey 3. That's what caused the conflict, sir. Right. Diddy was sleeping with his Asian. She was sleeping with that dude. All of it started them. They got in a big fight about who's sleeping with who. Raising text messages and phones is typical stuff couples go through every day. But people acting like it's the most egregious thing they've seen in their life. Just cap. Nobody should be hitting anybody. But come on now. Quit acting like it's the most egregious thing you've ever saw. Matter of fact, let me go back. They say when they was filming the movie. Because I remember this a little bit more. Okay. Oh, they even got, look, I'll tell you, boy, look, I ain't even got to look. It's all in black and white. Y'all better read it right here. Look. Boom. November 14th, 2015. She was in Africa. Remember, when did they have a fight? March 5th of 2016. On November 14th, 2015, it was announced that the black girl that you just saw dancing against Cassie has been cast with the lead role in Honey 3, which will be set in South Africa. Right? She was playing this role of Ashanti, a street tough Cape Town local who never backed down from a fight or a dance battle. Still reeling from her loss of her brother, she was starred and whatever, blah, 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 blah. Right? Later that month, Cassie Ventura was revealed to be playing the starring role of Malaya, changing the whole script, and now the film is described as filled with performances in romantic love triangle and cultural clashes. The original content production arm of Universal Pictures, filming through December 20th of 2015. So, from November 14th, they announced it. And then they wanted to wrap it up by December 20th, 2015. The fight happened 3 months later. Now, she's in South Africa shooting this movie that Diddy put her in as the lead. Changed the script and put her into the movie. I'm glad they put that in the description. I'm really glad. Because now y'all see it for yourself. So Diddy put Cassie in there as the lead after the black African woman from Zimbabwe was supposed to be the star of the movie. And they took her out and made her a secondary character and put Cassie in there. That's what Diddy did after Cassie wanted this movie. And he sent her to South Africa and she started allegedly banging one of the South African dudes over there. Diddy wasn't there when she was filming. Because Cassie's a hoe. And you know how guys act when their girl is a hoe? They be ready to fight everybody. They be like, dude, you should be mad at your woman. She the hoe. Nope, not wrong. It's right here in black and white, sir. That's what happened. And while she was away, Diddy was thinking about all the ass he was going to get while she gone. It says it right there. I know because I heard it right from her mouth. Sabo said it herself. She was the lead of the movie, and it went to her, and they were talking about colorism. Because she's this wavy, light-skinned Hispanic woman, they put her in the movie for the light, in South African music. They was pissed about this in South Africa. See, y'all don't know anything. I'm here trying to educate y'all, and y'all questioning me. I'm coming at you with facts. And y'all mad at me for exposing it. Don't y'all want to know what the fight was about at the hotel? It was this. So they didn't finish this movie. It was supposed to wrap on December 20th, 2015, but it went all the way into 2016 because they had to do reshoot. So they had to stay longer on the set. They didn't finish this to 2016. So when she comes back to America, she's still in contact with that dude, the dancer. And Diddy found out everything. The people on the set said, hey man, her and dude was real close. One of the dancers on the show, one of them South Africans. Hell, she left him for Diddy's goddamn strength and conditioning coach. You think she wasn't sleeping around with the goddamn South African dancers? Hell no, I ain't gonna accept a dumbass that like that. Why would I accept that after what they just did to Jonathan Majors? Did you just see what happened to Jonathan Majors? Did you see him commit a crime? He running away from the white woman and they said he was guilty. Hell goddamn no. But I know Diddy innocent of what they charging him for. 100%. People in Hollywood scared. I ain't in Hollywood. All they do is try to submerge my video down because I ain't going along with the program. I'm cool with it. I'm staying on principle. I told Ticket, if Ticket want to come up here, he click the link. The Ticket in the link in the chat, he want to drop the link, I'll pull him right on up. No problem. And that way things don't get lost in translation. Jonathan Majors just want to be done with everything. Only thing he was guilty of was cheating on a white woman. He was cheating on his white woman, and he's like, this is my fault because I should have just left. Right, you should have just left. Shoot. And I'm like, yeah, white girl talk to me, I run. I'm out of it. No, we just disagree on this issue. We'll disagree on this issue and anything with Drake. He seemed to be been dead silent locked on the OVO payroll for whatever reason. We look past all these things that's happening with Drake, but you see everything with Diddy. I just want to know when Tony Busby loses all these lawsuits, I want him to have the same energy when they knock out all these Tony Busby lawsuits. When they start going all the way down the drain. Yeah, because Diddy filed a block because he knew he didn't file that paperwork to have somebody represent him. I know that from experience from my lawyer. Because when Gilbert was talking about that, defamation lawsuit and all that, cease and desist he put out, I said, okay, I called my lawyer. I talked to Gil's lawyer, and he was a clown. So I said, all right, you're a clown. So I went on, I got my lawyer. And my lawyer don't try cases in California, but he got a lawyer that he uses. I said, okay, if we got to go to court, he gonna represent you. Gil never sent the paper. Because if he'd have filed it, he would have been wasting money. Because he would not have won that case. So he was not gonna win that case. Now, so now y'all see what this was about. This is the whole hotel event was about what happened here. All the drama that happened here that Diddy moved heaven and earth to get her on. And how did she thank him? By sleeping with one guy over there, allegedly. That's what she did. That's how she thanked him for getting her these movie roles. Thank you, Diddy. Oh, don't get it. Hey, I ain't saying that Diddy was an angel. Diddy was cheating on her while she was gone. He had Gina. He was with his Asian girl, Gina. He was banging her. Cassie didn't live with Diddy. Nobody lived with Diddy. Diddy didn't have no woman living in his house. That's not happening. Diddy, she lived in her own house. That Diddy paid for. So the house belonged to Diddy. He stayed in that house. That stuff I showed means everything, Mad Sam. You gonna really be Mad Sam if you found out your girl that you got a job somewhere and sent her to make a movie and she's sleeping with somebody the whole goddamn time. After all the hell you went through to get her as the lead in the movie, she wasn't even the star in the movie. And they made her the star in the movie. How you think that happened? You gonna really be Mad Sam. You gonna be incarcerated, Sam, when you find that out. Imagine you find out your girl been getting hit by one of them big old South African dudes. He got a goddamn 25-inch long python on his leg. And he out there tearing your girl up. Una Stella one dude. He's in there tearing her ass up. Doing the African fuck squat. Una Stella one dude. Dude, hey. I'm telling you flat out. Straight from the rip. You gonna be mad anybody from New York in here, I swear to God, I don't even care if you ain't from New York. If you know you got your girl a job somewhere, and she gone for 2 months or about a month working at the job, she come back home to you standing with great. Not only did you get her the job, you had to go through hell because you made her the lead in the damn movie. So you got somebody demoted who was the star that pissed a lot of people off in the country and made this girl the star of the movie. So you going through hell, right? Just owing people favors for doing that to you. Then she do the work. You come back to you, kissing you and all this. Even though you probably done your dirt, you found out what she did the whole time she was over there banging somebody overseas. You find that out. The whole 2 months she banging some South African. You gonna lose it. You are going to lose it. I'm not saying she deserved what she got. I'm just saying they both were in a volatile relationship. Both parties put their hands on each other. Nobody should be hitting anybody. She shouldn't be hitting him, and he shouldn't be hitting her. But they just got him on tape doing it. Everybody keep moving the goalpost, and they don't want to cover nothing we talk about. Tell them to cover that. Tell them to cover why in the world they keep editing the fact that she didn't get drugged into the room. Why the feds ain't showing that part? Why the feds lie and say he drugged her by her hair when he didn't? Why they do that? He grabbed her jacket. And he dragging her by the jacket. She stopped, she get up, and look, she did not go in the room. She goes and grabs the phone and calls security downstairs. Diddy goes back with his bag, with his clothes, and he finna put his stuff back in the room. Then he comes back and grabs her again. Then she leaves. And she there yelling at him. And what? He take her face and throw it at him. So she left. They never show you that part because it don't fit their argument. That's why they submerged this video down, because they don't want you to see that. They want people to go around and say Diddy did this, Diddy did that. Diddy's a sick individual. I don't care about somebody being sick. I care about somebody doing crime. What crime did he do? I mean, we bring it in. They talking about sex workers. They not. It's a crime to sell your body. It's not legal. So what do you mean, sex workers? So you're gonna put untrustworthy people who sleep with people for money and trust their word in a court of law. Where do we do this at? How do we dumb down the law? We do know if she went back or not. We just saw it. What are you talking about? A third party was there and cooperating. Wow. Well, we gonna see what the third party says. Dude, she didn't go back in the room. We just saw the tape. She didn't go back in the room. The tape clearly shows she did not go back in the room. She left. The text message that was sent after that tells you she wasn't there. He says, how could you leave me like this? I got police here. I got family. You tried to destroy me. And then 2 days later, they back together at the premiere of A Perfect Match. She was taking Diddy's clothes so that Diddy couldn't follow her. She took Diddy's clothes in the bag. Sure, he should be out. But New York know if he get out and he beat the case, he gonna sue. So they're gonna try to stick him with some type of conviction, as New York does. Say, well, we found him guilty on having drug possession. We're gonna give him the minimum charge. He's gonna agree to saying he was guilty of that. We're gonna release all the other charges, and we're gonna call that time served. And he's on this month's longer probation here in New York. And it's gonna get knocked down. We already know that. It's gonna get knocked down to some garbage, and so they can keep their conviction rate. Right, New York is dirty. That's why I'm not taking the ticket bet. Oh, bet you $10,000. I'm not betting $10,000 on New York. You crazy? That's why I'm staying out of that damn city and state. They corrupt as hell. If Jonathan made this case to show y'all anything in the world, they got all the evidence in the world saying that black man was in it. And they took his barber job. They took everything from him. Barber couldn't wait. They had him already fired. They just waiting for it to get announced. He was already fired. And then the conviction got overturned and erased, so he could go back to barber if he wants. They got people there whose convictions never got reversed. Goddamn Iron Man. Drug use is everything. No problem. Everybody got cases. Nobody, no, as long as you white, it's all right. James Gunn, shoot, he had tweets out there like crazy. They was like, we don't care. We suspended him, but we brought him back. Because the cast is like, look, we're not doing this movie without him. But you can't stand up for black folks. Anybody say something about Diddy, they come at me. Kevin Liles said, that ain't the Diddy I know. Uh-oh, go get him. Go get him. I'm just sick of this shit. It's like open season on anybody black, and then nobody seemed to have any type of doggone, no, bringing that to life. Like white CEOs ain't did nothing, and they doing everything. They never get brought out. Are y'all gonna talk about Todd Moskowitz? Nobody talking about none of these people. Y'all acting like all the black guys. If they doing all of this under the watch, Leo Cohen was the tape off. Why you ain't suing him? You suing Def Jam. Leo Cohen was right there. Oh, He's exempt. Man, they all freaked it up, man. Oh, for sure. It is what it is. I know what they doing. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for that super chat. I appreciate everybody keeping it real. All right. I didn't got all my frustration out on this. But when I saw him put Diddy up there with Kevin Liles, I lost it. I saw that thumbnail and said, man, Diddy has nothing to do with Kevin Liles' case. What the hell you put him up there for? I was mad as hell. I was in the car like, I'm jumping in this jet. I had to jump and ticket that then. Anybody do a crime, let's just connect with the Diddy. Well, that's because he spoke out about Diddy. So, did they name him in a lawsuit against Diddy? No. I'm not going to ride the wave of tearing down a black man for the white man. I'm not doing that. I'm just confused. When he was taking his stance, he went on a diatribe about real rappers, and I'm like, I don't listen to real. Like, what this got to do with me? You ever hear me bragging about real rap? I don't even cover drill rap. That's when people be like, man, you need to cover drill. I'm like, that's not my era. I don't do that. But how are we gonna sit there and call out drill rappers, but the white dudes are the one that's making millions off of it? Who paying them? White people. The white people are paying them to do it. When you had positive rap, when you had all that, the white people said, well, we ain't paying for that no more. You got conscious rappers out here trying to rap, but y'all ain't campaigning for them. They dropping their music independently. Y'all skipping right over it. And you keep talking about, like, man, rappers talking about killing each other. Why y'all ain't got that energy for all these rappers talking about doing this and killing each other and all that? I'm like, dog, you just raved about Drake. You just raved about this dude's album. You talk about killing everybody on every album. You talking about stalking high school and young girls. And, oh, your mama kicked you out of your house. I'm gonna take care of your bill now. Get you on your. Like what? Are you kidding me? Drake got a classic fire album and caught in a ticket, but we need to be against all of this. We just said the man's album is fire, but we gotta be against all hip hop. Make it make sense. I'm against Drake's action. I think he's a disgusting human being in the way he carries. And I believe Diddy is 100% innocent of the charges against him. He's not racketeering. He's not doing transporting people. Everybody was there on their own will. No R word, no escape. None of it. And Bunsby, he can go Bumblebee, whatever his name is, he can go to hell. I don't believe nobody he bring it to the table. So on that note, we out.